Good morning, everybody. Madam Roy here again. Today I want to talk about my newest acquisition. I picked this iMac up off of Craigslist. It is a iMac with the Intel Core Duo processor running at 1.83 gigahertz. Now I only picked this up for $160 because it did have a bad hard drive. And I'm telling you, that was very, very difficult to replace. It took me about 3 hours, and I almost broke the screen in the process. Now, it came with the Apple Mighty Mouse. Now, I did have some trouble with this mouse. The scroll ball over the years had gotten all gunked up, and it would not scroll at all. The only thing I could do was push it. It was totally stuck. Now, there is one way that I know of to free these balls. What you have to do, you have to turn it over on your desk and rigorously rub it. Just like that. And then, that usually frees up the scroll ball. You may also have to get a can of air or an air compressor and blow out any dust or debris that may have gotten caught in that ball. I also received the Apple keyboard. This is not the Pro keyboard, but it'll get the job done. Alright, let me go ahead and boot this up for you. Now, I did purchase Mac OS 10.6.2, which is Snow Leopard. Went on without a hitch. I did also have to upgrade the memory. Originally, this had 512 megabytes of RAM. I had to upgrade it to 1 gig to run Snow Leopard. I do plan on upgrading it to 2 gigabytes of RAM eventually, but as you can see, it runs very quickly with just the one. Let's see. About this Mac. So you can see it is the 1.83 gigahertz Core Duo, not the Core 2, and running 1 gigabyte of 667 megahertz DDR2 SD RAM. Now, I did replace this with a 500 gigabyte Seagate hard drive picked up from Best Buy for $74.99. The only other option they had that would work with this was a green Western Digital drive, which fluctuates between 54 and 7200 RPMs. But upon further research, I found out that it usually sits at 5400. And that was not going to be good enough for me because I do a lot of video editing and I need a hard drive that can keep up. Let me show you some of the programs I have installed on here. I have Dashboard, Mail, Safari, of course, and I just started using Google Chrome because you do have to have an Intel-based Mac to run Google Chrome, and it is phenomenal on any Mac platform. Addressbook, iCalculator, iTunes, Toast Titanium, iPhoto, iMovie, iDVD, GarageBand, iWeb, VLC Media Player. As most of you know, this is my absolute favorite media player. It'll play almost any codec out there. Handbrake. Photo Booth I haven't really had a chance to mess around with. This is new to Snow Leopard, and I'll be doing a video on this later on. Time Machine, Uvu, uTorrent, and I also installed Microsoft Office 2004. Now, this particular iMac does have the built-in AirPort card, but I do have an Ethernet connection hooked up to this machine as well. So at this point in time, I'm using the Ethernet. It was never too much for wireless. Even secured wireless can still have security holes, and as you can see, we have a lot of different networks in our area. And one other feature, this does have the iSight camera, which works incredibly well. It's better than any other webcam I've seen on my Microsoft systems. Well, that is it, everybody, and I'll be doing some more videos on this once I get the upgrades done.